two stories. Two stories told by Jesus. I'm going to tell you both of them. I'm paraphrasing them as fast as I can. Then I'm going to ask you a question. The first story is this. There was a guy who owned a vineyard, went to the marketplace to find workers to work in his vineyard. He went there at 6 a.m., found a guy. He said, hey, you go work in my vineyard all day. I'll give you $100. The guy was like, sounds like a plan. Let's do it. He went back and started working. This master, this owner of the vineyard, went back to the marketplace and found another person around 9 o'clock a.m. He said, oh, hey, listen, go work in my vineyard and I'll pay you what seems right. Great. He went back to the marketplace at 12 and also at 5 o'clock in the evening. He saw this one guy standing around. He goes, man, you've been standing around all day. You haven't done any work. He goes, nobody's had a chance to hire me. I haven't had a chance to work. Go work in my vineyard until the sun goes down, and whatever is right, I will pay you. Great. So he goes to work. At the end of the day, the master goes to his manager and says, bring in all the workers and pay them accordingly to what I tell you. Start with the guy who started work last. Start with him. Okay, great. This guy comes in. Look, you only been working for a couple hours, but I'm going to give you $100. This guy's excited. Okay, great. He walks away. The second guy comes in. Look, I know you've only been working for a few hours, but here's $100 for you. Awesome. So the guy who started at 6 a.m. gets really excited because he thinks, man, if these guys got paid $100 for just a little bit of work, I'm going to make more. So the manager goes all the way up to the guy who started first and said, based on the agreement, here's $100. This guy's mad. The worker's mad. I've been working all day. I'm in the sun. I've been sweating. I'm in the heat. You gave these guys $100 for just a few hours work, but I've been working all day. The master says, friend, I've not done you wrong. Did not you and I agree that you would work for all day for $100? Why are you mad? Are you just envious because I am good with my money? Do not be mad. So that's the first story. The second story is this. There was an owner who walked away and had money. He gave the first guy $100 and said, look, here's $100. Go ahead and spend it, invest it. And so when I come back, I'll have a great return. Okay, great. The next guy says, hey, here's $50. Use this money, invest it. So when I come back, I'll have a great return. The third guy, he gave up, here's $10. I want you to invest it, and I want you to have a return for me when I come back. He gave $100, $50, and $10 to based on the way they can invest, based on their own abilities, based on their own talents and abilities. All right. 150, 10. The master comes back and says to the first guy, hey, I gave you $100. Where is it? Do you have any more for me? Yep. I had $100. Look, I have turned that into $200. Here is what is yours. The master says, great job, good and faithful servant. You were faithful over a little. I will make you ruler over much. He goes to the second guy. I gave you $50. He goes, hey, yeah, you did. Here's $100. I turned around double fold. Here's the 50 you gave me plus 50 more. Here's $100. Well done, good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over little. I will make you ruler over much. He goes to the third guy. He gave him $10. He goes, hey, $10. What'd you do with it? I was scared and I buried it, knowing that you're a harsh man and you reap in the places that you don't sow and you demand of things that are hard. So I was afraid and I buried the money, but here it is. Here's the $10. And the master said, look, you're a wicked and lazy servant. You know that I reap where places I don't sow, and I ask for the things that I don't toil for. If you knew then how I was, why didn't you at least go to the bankers and deposit that so I'll get the $10 back, even with a little interest? And then he says to his servants, take what this guy has and give it to the guy who doubled the money to $200. And he says, Jesus says this about what the master said. So for those that have a little, even what he has will be taken away from him. And cast that wicked servant, that wicked and lazy servant, to the place where there's weeping and gnashing of teeth. Those two parables, those two stories, how can we apply those two stories to our society today? Better question. Based on two political paradigm shifts, the way to rule our country that we're seeing today, capitalism and socialism, which one fits best into those stories, capitalism or socialism? These are stories Jesus told about money.